Welcome to God Awful History with Balthazar and Tony. In 1930, a well-known politician named Onni Happonen was forcibly taken from his home, sparking a massive investigation. 2 years later, search parties in the Finnish woods found something that defied explanation, a 5-foot-tall mound that held the remains of the missing man. We're going to uncover who orchestrated his erasure, but before we unearth the details, Squito here would like to ask you for a favor. He told me his little teefies need braces, and his orthodontist is a greedy badger who doesn't want to accept my payment in fermented fruit peels and dried attic dust. Because that's all I have. Please help this lovely little pest out and give us a follow. It will go a long way in funding his dental reconstruction. Let's begin. Hey, Tony, stop scratching. You're making my wings itch. You think a picnic is bad? Try being Onni Happonen. In 1930, a fascist mob decided political exile wasn't enough. They wanted a biological erasure. They kidnapped him in Heinävesi, and for 2 years, the trail went cold. That is until the forest started building monuments. This isn't just a cold case, Tony. It's a forensic nightmare recorded in the Finnish woods. Happonen was a social democrat, and his crime was simple. He dared to expose the radical Lapua Movement. He was a marked man targeted for his local influence. When his body was finally located in Varkaus woods in 1932, he wasn't in a grave. He was the foundation for a 5-foot-tall anthill. He'd been beaten and shot in the neck by his captors, but the ants, they turned his remains into a city. Thousands of insects hollowed out his marrow to build chambers within his skeleton. It's a putrid form of recycling, but it exposed the brutality of the movement that tried to erase him. The discovery of his remains turned the public against the radicals, eventually leading to their prosecution. Nature took a political murder and redesigned the remains into a cathedral of bone and dirt. But the investigation itself, that's what actually dismantled the mob. And the verdict? Politics is temporary, but the ants are forever. They don't care about your platform. They just care about the square footage of your femur. Tony made a song about this because history is easier to remember with a beat.
Varkaus woods, where the shadows grow deep. A politician taken while the village did sleep. 2 years of silence, no trace to be found, till a 5-foot mound rose up from the ground. A leather shoe found in the biting cold air. The ants built a city in the bones hidden there. Heinävesi town hall, the mob at the gate. The phones were all dead, sealed was his fate. Out through the window, the pistol it jammed. Handed to fascists, the innocent damned. Driven to Joensuu in a black lacquer car. The pine trees are watching. The station is far. Two summers passed by with the silence of stone, while millions of insects made Onni their own. A 5-foot cathedral of needles and dirt, hidden from justice, away from the hurt. The workers they dug and they found the shoes heel, a forensic nightmare that time couldn't heal. The autopsy showed what the darkness had kept, while the law looked away and the family wept. A bullet to neck and the beating was grand, but the ants were the ones who truly took command. Through the hollow of marrow, the tunnels they run.
What in the name of all that sterilized are you doing? I've noticed you're using my surgical specimen jars again. Oh my gosh, why do you always have to do that? It's not a piggy bank. And your change, it's all rusted up. It's gross. So, everyone, tell me what Tony should dig up next. I'm trying to keep him busy before he uses my lab coat to dry his dishes again. Close the vault, Tony.